8 games into the season, this hasn't really gone the way Purdue wanted. We're currently sitting at 3-5. We have 4 games left, and 3 of the 4 are against top 7 teams in the nation. It's looking like we're going to have a weak finish to the year. Today, we're hoping to get through Michigan and Ohio State and have just one more episode in this season. With things being a bit up and down on the field, you'd hope recruiting was going a little better. Unfortunately, though, that's also been a little up and down. We have 2 3-star commits. We do have a 4-star halfback commit, and we have another one that it looks like we're going to get. The problem is, a lot of our other 4-stars have moved us down on their list, and things are not looking real great for us here as far as recruiting goes. It looks like we're going to have to wait till the offseason and target a bunch of transfers. We begin the final stretch of our season taking on Michigan. They've been dominant this season, and we really do not look forward to this game. We're probably going to be overmatched. You're also going to see us take on Ohio State later. If these games both go really sideways, we may try to cram the rest of the season into this episode. So hang on. I don't know how much football we got, but we'll find out as we go. We're going to open up on defense, but I got a question for you guys during the kickoff. Have you guys noticed any issues with custom playbooks? I honestly am not the most aware. I don't follow this stuff like on X or anything. I've noticed some bugs with mine as far as my custom playbook goes. Have you guys noticed issues with it as well? If so, leave a comment and let me know down below, and let me know if there's anything I can do to fix it, because I certainly do not want to keep dealing with a buggy playbook, but I also really do not want to play with just a standard playbook in this game. Oh man, we're going to give up a huge play to start the day. That's just a big mistake. This is why I don't switch on the players, man. That's going to be a long touchdown. We're already down 7-0. This is going to get ugly here on the road today. Taking a look at our matchups here, Chauncey Magwood's had a pretty good year, and I do think that I've been able to lean on him. Unfortunately, we don't have him next year. We're going to open up on the ground here today, go to Devin Maccabee. He's got some space, and he's actually going to get a nice run to begin the day. Michigan Stadium's going insane right now as we go back to Maccabee, and we get a first down. Ryan Brown's already shook, so we got to play it safe with him, and we're just going to keep the ball on the ground here. I don't want to put too much on his plate, but we are going to have to throw sometimes as we go underneath, and that's dropped. 3rd and very long here. We're just going to go underneath. Magwood might be able to get that conversion. It's going to be close. He reaches, and they call him a yard short. It's all right, though. It's time to be aggressive. It might be stupid, but we're going for this. We're going to go to Maccabee. Reach, and he's not going to get there. Going to the ground here. They got Justice Haynes getting bottled up. Short gain. 2nd down and 7. Underwood looking to pass. Right in front. I can't switch on, man. 1st and 10 here. They're going to look to pass with Underwood. We get a little pressure on him. He gets it away, and that's a touchdown. This game might be a blowout, guys. And if it is, you're just going to see highlights. There's no point in me showing us getting beat down for 4 quarters. Nobody wants to see it. This is our drive to try to prove ourselves, and we're bottled up immediately. 2nd and 12. We're going to throw the screen, and that's picked off. I mean, I shouldn't have thrown it. What am I going to do, though? Bad play call. Michigan's all over us. This one's over, man. I'm just going to show highlights the rest of the way. 1st and 10 here. Underwood on the ground, and he's going to break the tackle, Haynes, and get a solid gain of 7. 2nd and 3 here on the ground. Haynes is going to be bottled up. 3rd down and 7 here. Underwood's going to go to the end zone. That can be picked. There's no way we can't come down with that. But I guess at least we held him to a 3-point attempt. The field goal's up. He's going to drill it. It's a 17-0 hole here early in this one. At the end of the 1st quarter, this one's been completely one-sided. And at this point, you're just seeing highlights of this game. There's really no reason to go into detail in a game that's just been absolutely demoralizing beatdown to this point. You can see it. We have 29 yards of total offense. They have just that rushing, not counting their 145 yards passing. 2nd down and 4 here. Underwood on the move, feeling pressure. He gets away. This might be a touchdown, and he is going to go in. Touchdown, Michigan. That'll extend their lead up to 24-0 here. It's been a completely one-sided ball game. What a touchdown. Michigan's going to take another score here. It's going to go up 31-0. I wasn't even talking at the beginning of this play because I'm flabbergasted with how bad this game's gone. Fumble, touchdown, Michigan. 38-0. I mean, come on now. This is embarrassing. Our team sucks. I'm going to play the rest of this game. Like I said, it's just highlights, but, like, this is pathetic. I mean, what am I supposed to do? It's 38-0 as we go to halftime. This game's gone terribly. I can't believe we played this poorly coming in. We haven't been able to do anything on defense. Our offense has been just dreadful so far. I mean, it's been a rough one. We're just trying to get it over with now, and I think Ohio State might go just as poorly. The end of the third quarter, score's the same. We've actually done decent here. We really have been kind of lucky. It's not as bad here in the second half. We've played a little better, but nothing to really show off. 59-yard field goal here that it looks like they're going to hit with ease. That's ridiculous, man. That's a heck of a kick. We go down 41-0 here in the fourth quarter. That's another touchdown for Michigan. They're going to extend their lead up even further. They have their backups in the game here. This has just been ugly, so this is a bad game. We got shut out today. This was embarrassing. 48-0 is your final here. We're just going to move on to Ohio State. We'll take a look at our stats here, and hopefully things like this just don't happen again. This game was terrible. I mean, as you look through, we actually had a decent amount of yards on offense. Their offense wasn't much better than ours. We just couldn't do anything. We had a lot of turnovers early in this game. We had 2 of them that really put us in the hole. And then we also had a lot of big plays that were negated that you're not going to see due to penalties. It's honestly kind of frustrating. Their quarterbacks played nearly perfect again. I don't know that I like this new slider set from Matt 10. I have version 4. Version 3 I thought played a lot better. So there's a chance I might just load up version 3 and play that. But we struggled today. We actually were a little better with Evans Chuba, and I do think I'm just going to start him the rest of the way this season. I don't know. I'm looking for feedback. I think he's going to start the next game against Ohio State. If it's a little bit of a better game, we're going to go ahead and dive deeper into it. If not, I'm just going to put all the games in this episode and move on to the next season, because I think season 1's been a complete wash, and honestly, I don't think people have been enjoying it. The views have been super low on this, but I do have some people who are really loyal watchers, because I do get some good watch time even though the views are low. So I am appreciative of you guys, and if you're still here, I want you guys to know how much I appreciate it, and I want you to know I'm committed to continuing this rebuild. I think it's not doing well on the channel, but I think with time it'll do better, and I want to keep doing it for you guys. But I also want you to know I have a second channel called Jeff Dixon Gaming where I'm rebuilding a team builder team. Go check that out. Subscribe to that channel, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe here to this channel. We're going to continue talking football, college, NFL. I do NFL draft content. And of course, we're going to keep on. I do plan on continuing rebuilds on this channel, but if a style like this doesn't work, I'm going to have to switch them up, or else I'll just move all gaming to my gaming channel. I still want to keep making gaming content. I just might need to split up my football and my gaming stuff. I would prefer not to, but if that's what I have to do, that is what I'll do going forward. Either way, let's look at some recruiting. Things didn't go well for us. We had a lot of teams jump into the mix on our prospects and gain a ton of ground. It puts us in a real bad spot here. We also lost a couple guys who I was sort of expecting to lose. We lost Tyree to Memphis, and we ended up losing Eric Rahman to Michigan. I don't blame him after watching that. I'd have committed to Michigan over us as well. But next up, we got Ohio State. They're number 1 in the country. I don't know if this game's going to go any better, and if it doesn't, it's going to be a quick one, and like I said, all 4 games will be in this. We're 3-6. The season's got to get over. We got to get this rebuild going because it's kind of hard to play this game right now. I'm not going to lie to you. We got Ohio State this week. We're going to open up with the ball in this one on offense, and we're going to go to our running back, Devin Mockabee. You're going to notice a few changes with our offense. We're starting Evans Chuba at quarterback. At tight end, we're starting Rico Walker. I was very impressed with how he played last week, coming in for Christian Moore when he was shaken up. So he's going to get our start. The other thing I'm doing different in this game, because I've had issues with the custom playbooks, and until I get answers, we're going to go away from that, as that's not a good way to start this game. We already got to punt it away. Julian Sayen's a great young quarterback. We don't know what he's going to be in college, but what we do know is this year he's been really good in the game. I think he is a high potential player, though. He is a little undersized, though, as far as like NFL potential goes. I don't know that if he's really going to be all that, unless he has a bigger arm and really develops. They're going back on the ground here. They're going to get the edge. They have a little bit more speed than us, as we actually do hold them back there. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 here. We're going to send a little pressure at Sayen, run man coverage, and get burned. Ryan Turner didn't keep up with him. But hey, that's Jeremiah Smith, and he's one of the best players in this game. I think he's the best player in this game. So what can you do? Jamarian Harkless getting the sack on that play is a nice one. We're going to do what we can here to hopefully hold them out of field goal range at the very least, as that's a nice run there. 3rd down and 7 now for Julian Sayen. No pressure. He steps up in the pocket. He has a man open. Nice throw, first down. I will say, if this game ends up anything like last week, it's going to be very, very hard for me to continue to do live comm for the episode. And I might just do a little bit of post comm during the game just to show off the points and stuff, you know, different things that happen. Is what kind of move was that? That was sick. Nice touchdown there for Ohio State. Like, how am I supposed to defend against that? Bro, like, there's nothing I can do there. Good touchdown. 1st and 10 here. Play action. Get on the move with Chuba. Nice throw. Easy first down. Going to be smarter this week about trying to keep the ball on the ground and just keep this offense in good situations. First down. Nice run. Back to Maccabee on the ground, and look at that. Nice run. We don't have any of our under center stuff when I don't use my custom playbook, but that's fine. I'll stay in the pistol just a little bit more to be able to, I think, run the ball a little bit more effectively. I think it's worth it in the end as we go back to Maccabee. I thought we had a gap, but 58 didn't block. 4th and 5. This is stupid, but I think we're going to go to an RPO here. We got it. We got the bubble. We got a big play from Michael Jackson. Big first down. We need to be aggressive. We have nothing to lose here, so we need to just play like that now. Oh my gosh, what a pick. Terrible throw, but great play by Igbinosun. I mean, what am I going to do there? It was just a bad throw by Evans Chuba. Accuracy issues are going to happen. They're a better team than us. They're going to open up on the ground on this drive. They get the edge. I did not expect that. They picked up 6. Carnell Tate is hurt for Ohio State. I didn't think I seen him out there. I also think they have CJ Donaldson rated a little bit too low in this game. He's a really good player. I would expect him to maybe be ahead of some of these young guys that I don't think have proven themselves yet. 2nd and 4 here. Quick throw. Nice tackle by Wakely. 3rd down. We won't be able to cover Jeremiah Smith one-on-one, but we're going to send a ton of pressure and hope Julian Sayin makes a mistake, maybe holds on to the ball too long. And yeah, I mean, we got beat by Smith. I'm okay with that. Play action. Down he goes. CJ Nunley with the sack. Big play there. We've seen Michigan hit a field goal from back this far last week, so I wouldn't say they're out of field goal range. But that's kind of the hope here with these blitzes and pressure. I'm just trying to make them make mistakes. Oh, no, that's going to be a huge first down. I don't know how he stayed in bounds there. On the ground, and we got him, baby. He goes backwards. 2nd and 12. Quick screen, and we don't get the play made. I thought we had him, and that we're going to give up a first down. What am I supposed to do there? That's why I'm excited for the offseason with this team, because I think we can be better next year. That's a big sack and a fumble. Can we get on it? No. Dang, man, but big play there by Powell. 2nd and 21 now. They're going to go to the ground game. Get him down. Nice TFL there. Good play by Tony Grimes. That's going to end your first quarter as well. They're likely to get points here, but it's only 7-0. Our offense has not been great, but as you can see, we've only had 1 possession, if I'm not mistaken anyway. We might have had 2. Either way, Ohio State's been better than us. There's no question about that, but we're holding in this game a lot better than what we did last week against Michigan. And I'm okay with that as we're trying to get pressure on Sayin, and we finally do. We're going to hold them to 3. This is like a 41-yard field goal or so. I expect this to be an easy kick, and it is. They're going to take the 10-0 advantage. Ball control offense this week. That's the goal as we go back to Maccabee, and our center sucks. I need to replace him. 2nd and 8, looking to pass. We're going to go underneath. Why is Christian Moore out there? But we'll take that completion. Never mind. It was a 2 tight end set. He was supposed to be out there. We're going to go underneath. Look at that, man. Rico Walker just gets open. Back to the ground game. Maccabee finds a little bit of space. He sneaks through. That's a nice run. I do have to be careful with him, though. He's already feeling a little bit of wear and tear, so we might need to give him a rest here as he finds his way through that. Nice run. First down. Good, tough run. 2nd and 10, and we can't even get the screen off. 3rd down and 10. We're in a tough spot here. We're just going to check it down. I'm throwing it. You know, it's 4th and 10. We got nothing to lose. It's early in this game, but I feel like if we don't get this figured out, we can't. Again, he's wide open, guys. Get the pass off. I just feel like if we didn't go for this, like, we're already giving up in this game. And look, I see there's nobody blocking this man because, you know, that's what our right tackle does. Our offense, I think I need to adjust the line of scrimmage a little bit more. Either way, maybe it didn't throw it because he made contact. I think that's what happened. He made contact with a blitzing corner, Davidson Igbinosun over there. And maybe that's why he didn't throw it. I was like, man, I'm mashing the button, and the ball just came out late. I'll be critical when it makes sense. It didn't make sense there. Nice play, though, by CJ Madden on that one. You know, ultimately, he did make contact with the defender. That'll slow things down. It was on me. Either way, 2nd and 14. We got a free blitzer. Ball's out. That's recovered by Seabrooks. We have great field position now. Let's score and keep this game close. Opening it up on the ground here. Oh, Maccabee just bottled up. 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. Just go underneath. Hit Walker. First down. Big play, man. He is really good. I don't know what it is. I think he's just a little bit more dynamic than Christian Moore, and that makes him so much better. As dude, he feels like I'm running with a freight train. 2nd and 11. RPO time. Let's hit it. We got it. Touchdown. That's Magwood walking in. It's a 10-7 ball game. That's what we're looking for. This game's going so much better than last week ever did. Great play, man. Let's go. Man, what a run there. We just messed that up. We need our defense to keep playing good, though. That's one bad play. Let's not get in our head and start thinking we're about to blow this one. Sayin stepping up. Hit him, hit him, hit him. Oh, it was too late. Am I crazy? Possibly. We're going to run a double mug with them in 4 wide, hoping we can get some immediate pressure here on Julian Sayin. We don't, but it's all right. Not a big game. Pressure. Nope. Another big play. We get over there and make tackle, but this defense has just got to do better. It's frustrating right now. Sometimes we're just not quite good enough, as we are going to blitz here. Sayin has all day. Steps up. That's a touchdown. Tony Grimes won't keep up with him. We're in a hole now. It's back to a big advantage here for Ohio State. It's just 10 points, but that's a lot for us to overcome. Let's spread them out here on this drive to begin it. We're going to go underneath. Jesse Watson, wide open. Big play, big first down. 2nd down. Screen. There we go. Nothing worked, though. We just picked up a couple. Thing is, I'm not in a big rush, though, because I would like this to kind of be the last possession of the half, if at all possible. Whether we get points or not, that's Malachi Thomas with a nice carry. Big play, first down. We're doing a pretty good job here on this one as we go underneath. Oh, come on. We just missed. Evans Chuba. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's a... Hit the wrong button, dude, and I tried to stop, and I was hoping to pump fake, and it was too late, man. It was just lobbed. Pick 6. That was a user error. That's not even on the quarterback, man. That's rough. Now we're down 24-7. I'm not going to pretend I'm the best at this game. That was just a stupid mistake. We're going to lob it up, take a deep shot, and I don't know what happened there. We're feeling a little bit more desperate now as we go underneath. Just get a completion, the more set. 3rd and 5 here, just after the 2-minute timeout. Back to the RPO, and we missed a block with Magwood. I might be crazy. 4th and 3. We're going for this. Underneath. And we just missed the pass. What are we doing? That opens the door here for Ohio State to really start to blow us out. And it's mostly my mistakes in this game. I can't say otherwise. We're playing a little desperate. We're playing a little bit like we have nothing to lose, because we do have nothing to lose, and it's hurting us. It's kind of like Dan Campbell back when the Detroit Lions sucked. You know, where everybody's like, what is he doing? He's just super aggressive for no reason, costing them games. It ends up working out in the long run, and I'm kind of hoping that's what happens for us, is that was a sick throw. Like, I don't know how we're supposed to defend that. Definitely called the wrong play here, as they got C.J. Donaldson in the game. We stuff him, though. That worked perfectly. 2nd and goal now. They're going to throw it, and we don't have... What? That was man coverage, and nobody was there. Wakely was completely off on that one. We're getting blown out now. It might be highlights for the second half. We'll see how it plays out. This game's been pretty decent. Not impressed with how things have went in this episode, but I knew it was going to be a tough one. 1st and 15. We got a shot, and I didn't see him. That's Sonny Styles right there, man. Can't throw that pick right to him. We might give up more points. That's embarrassing. I'm sorry, that's not Styles. That was Reese who had the pick there. My bad. Had the numbers wrong in my head. Hopefully we can somehow just hold them to 3 here before halftime. Things really kind of fell apart here in the second quarter. As long as we don't let them score here, we'll be all right. Hopefully they run out the clock. That's my goal. There we go. Run. That's what we want. And they're going to get the timeout. Man, they're still going to get 3. Short field goal. Kicks up. Kicks good. 34-7 is going to be your score here heading into halftime. This is probably going to be a shorter episode unless I combine both of the next games into this episode. Unfortunately, I didn't expect to compete in these games. I just didn't expect them to be this bad. The second quarter, things fell apart here. A lot of it was on me. I'm not going to lie. I didn't play great, made some poor decisions, got too aggressive. But the rest of the way is just going to be highlights. So when they happen, it probably won't be live comm, and I'll come back to live comm for after my game reaction here. 7.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Julian Sands going to hit some play action and find Jeremiah Smith for another touchdown. That's going to extend this Ohio State lead up even further. It's going to be a complete blowout here. It's 41-7. Now at the end of the third quarter here, we got about 10 seconds left. Julian Sands going to pull it on a read option and walk in for 6. Heading into the fourth quarter, this is going to be a 48-7 ball game. Ohio State's had full control of this one here ever since about midway through the second quarter. 4.5 minutes left in this ball game. We got a 3rd down and 12. Evans Chuba feeling pressure, throws a pick. You know, we just had a big turnover issue in this game, and it let it get out of control. And this will likely lead to more Ohio State points. Now, the good news is here, it's only going to be a 3-point try that is up and good with 1:58 left in this ball game. Ohio State's dominating us 51-7 at this point. They didn't put backups in, which really amazed me. All right, guys, we're going to go back to live comm to finish out this game. I want to throw in the subscriber quarterback rename, Luke Spear. So Luke, if you're watching, here's your guy. Let's see how good he can do here. Lead us on the last drive here of the game. We've got a 2nd down and 7 here. Let's throw that. It's a high throw, but hey, we get a big 1st down there. Magwood, big play. Maybe we'll get lucky and he'll lead. Wow. They know right where to go. 2nd and 10 here, looking to pass. Let's just go underneath, get the completion, get some yards for Morissette, 1st down. Looking to pass here. Again, underneath, take the completion. Big one there. Jackson out of bounds. Take a shot with Spear. He takes a hit instead of throwing it. Let's look to throw here. Just check it down. Get a completion. It was a bad throw, but it was a nice gain. Make 3rd down manageable here. Get the snap off. Hit the wrong button. That's almost completed, but we're going to settle for 3. Luke Spear did a lot of good for us on this drive, so we need to play it off with a little bit of points. And shout out, Luke, if you're still watching. I appreciate you, man. Leave a comment down below. See how your guy did, man. He led us to our only points of the game here. This will be it for this ball game. Ohio State dominated this game. It's 51-10. It's going to end up being your final. Look, man, it wasn't our only points of the game, but he led us to some points here late in this one. Again, quarterbacks just don't miss in this game when they're decent overall and there's an advantage. I think that's a little bit ridiculous. I don't like seeing back-to-back teams with over 90% completion percentage. That's just not realistic. Just because they're Ohio State and Michigan, you know, that shouldn't happen. This episode definitely sucked. I'm sorry for the 2 complete blowouts back-to-back. Hopefully things go better in the final episode of the season. I am going to keep this format like I normally do with 2 games in an episode. They just weren't good games. We kept it close early on, and then I made some mistakes that really cost us. We can't have 4 turnovers, and that's just simply unacceptable. And, you know, that's what happens when you make mistakes. You end up losing games. Chuba didn't play good. 4 interceptions. I'm looking for feedback down below. Do you think I should start Evans Chuba, or should I just go ahead and maybe try Luke Spear to finish out the year? I think he has 2 games available to play in. I got to double check that. If he does, we might just start him for the rest of the year, see how he does, and preserve his red shirt, hoping that he'll be willing to return next year. This team sucks, so I'm expecting a full 20 transfers. Now, I was going to do just default transfer sliders. I decided to go ahead and implement C4s. However, I raised it from 38 to 40 for team transfers, like your team transfers. I want it to be a little bit tougher than C4s, but I think he's definitely on the right track there. I really like his sliders, and I recommend you check him out. If somehow you found me and you haven't heard of C4, he does a good job, man. Check out his stuff. He deserves credit for getting them sliders out. Good news, though, in this episode, we got commitments. That's always good. We got John Tunyon, a 3-star receiver from Louisville, Kentucky, to commit to us. We will take that. It does look like we're going to end up losing Nathan Van Lanen, the 4-star gem. We're in a battle with Michigan, and they caught up late. They're just probably going to win it. Taking a look at recruiting, things really are not looking good for us. We moved some points around, added some new players on here, and went ahead and offered them scholarships. I'll show them off in the next episode after we figure out who we're going to keep on the board and who we're not. We got 2 games in this finals episode. We got to take on Indiana, but first up is going to be Washington. This is probably our last chance at getting a victory this year, and I don't even know that we're going to be able to do that. Like I said, I'm looking for feedback. Who do you think I should start to end the year? Luke Spear has only played in 2 games like I thought, so we can easily go ahead, put him out there and let him start the final 2 games for our subscriber. And if you comment, Luke, go ahead and let me know, and I'll start you the rest of the way if you want for the final 2 games. He'll kind of get the first vote. If he says let's do it and he's commenting, we're going to go ahead and do it. But I want to know your feedback. Leave comments down below. I want to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. It's been a pretty awful season for us. We got a lot of improving to do. I've got to play better in this second season, and hopefully this rebuild gets going. Like I said, views have been down on this series, but I'm going to keep working at it and I'm going to try to make it better. I want to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out.